Hey guys, it's me and Bailey here for 6 minutes with Sean, and just wanted to recap the sermon from this weekend. And you're creeping me out, dog. How about you stop? So, anyways, um, it was on Ephesians 2:11 through 22, and we talked about the barriers that divide us as people. And for the example Paul uses is the Jews and the Gentiles, and how Christ's death on the cross broke down that barrier. We talked about the actual physical barrier in the temple, and I talked about how it's really an example of a human condition, how we as humans tend to join groups or be parts of groups, elevate what's good about that group, and then use it to disparage another group. And all humans are guilty of it. It's just kind of what we do. And that was the kind of the dividing wall that we talked about. And then we talked about the peace, the thing that actually breaks that down. And that's Jesus. And ultimately, Jesus' death and resurrection, his perfect life, his sacrifice for you, is the very thing that broke down that wall. So now people from other groups are your brother and sister first, whether they're from an opposing political party or from a racial group, an ethnic group that's different, or a national. They're a part of another country, maybe even a country that's an enemy to our country. If they're a Christian, they're our brother and sister first, and it kind of tears down that dividing wall. And Jesus did that. And then finally, we talked about the last part of the passage about how Jesus is building a new humanity, a new thing, a new holy nation, a holy empire, a holy kingdom, the kingdom of God. And we're no longer foreigners and aliens to it, but we're citizens in God's kingdom. And the beauty of that is that Jesus is building it, and he's the chief cornerstone. And then the final part of the sermon, I talked about how for many of us, Jesus isn't the chief cornerstone. He's not the thing that we build our life on. He's kind of like a modern cornerstone. The modern cornerstone is decorative, and it's just to commemorate the building. But in the ancient world, the chief cornerstone was the very thing that held the building together. And if you pulled that out, the whole thing crumbled. So the question ultimately is Jesus the chief cornerstone of your life, or is he an ornamental cornerstone? Have a great week, guys. Go be the church.